I'm a 21-year-old female, dating my 23-year-old boyfriend. I understand some people don't like their partner's body count and it can be a deal breaker in some cases, but my boyfriend asked me what mine was and told me not to lie to him, so I was completely honest. My body count is more than 10 but less than 20, but I was not going to be specific. He got upset right away and stated that since I am a woman, that I should hold myself to a higher standard. He has said that women who are promiscuous deserve to be treated like thoughts, and I got offended by that. He thought I was overreacting for getting offended over him telling me that. We ended up making up and moving on, and he doesn't mistreat me often, but he has shown signs that he doesn't trust me as much since that original conversation, like he constantly needs to know where I am now. Reply number 1. He doesn't mistreat you often and wants to always know your location? As an older woman, my advice would be to end it with him immediately, if not sooner. Nothing good will come of this. Reply number 2. We hope you can do better than someone who is settling. You're a person. People have sex. Some people have more than others. Whatever. Reply number 3. Middle-aged dude checking in here, and the doesn't mistreat me often statement says everything. That is something that shouldn't be tolerated. He was right about you holding yourself to a higher standard, but just wrong about the standard. You deserve better treatment and shouldn't settle for that. Reply number 4. Yes, this is a bit of a red flag, don't you think? He doesn't mistreat me often. Girl, he's probably treating you right now the best that he's ever going to treat you. If you marry this guy, it's going to go downhill from here. It ain't gonna get better. But you decide what you want. You're a grown-up and it's your life to do with as you please. Reply number 5. Completely agree, you need to end it. Also, what sort of backward guy is he? This is 2020. Women can do what they want with their body just the same as men. Having a high number does not mean you don't respect yourself. It's clear he doesn't respect her, though. Reply number 6. Honestly, this is a big red flag. If there can't be a simple acceptance of your truth, then it seems like he will be a terrible partner to work through things with. You each come from your own starting points. You come together to help and nurture a relationship's growth and prosperity. If he is unable to accept your starting point from the beginning, then it will only continue to be an uphill battle. He will make it seem like he is okay with certain things, then actively make you feel small for the things that he doesn't agree with. Not to tell you how to act, but be very aware of how you feel when you are around him and how you feel after you're done hanging out with him. If you feel drained or like you're always apologizing for mishaps or constantly trying to defend yourself, then please mentally note this. You do not have to stay in a relationship that drains you. Reply number 6. Red flags all over the place here. It is easier to distance yourself now than later. It's not okay to be mistreated, even if it's not often. His behavior is already spiraling into abusive and controlling traits. If you feel you need to keep having intense talks that end up with your life being a little worse off than before, then don't bother to have another talk. Just get out. Reply number 7. The vocabulary here raises a lot of red flags. Doesn't mistreat you often? Thought? You really need to reflect in your relationship. Abuse doesn't just pop out of nowhere. Sometimes it comes from behaviors that will test your boundaries and what you will tolerate. I think you need to be very clear about how you want to be treated versus how not to treat you. Some people literally need to be schooled on how to communicate with you. Like this comment suggests, you may want to consider whether this relationship is a good fit. The hardest lesson to learn, in my opinion, is learning that you can't change people. For the most part, what you see is what you get. Do you like what you see? If not, there is very little you can do to change him without him putting in a lot of time, effort, and a desire for change. You might feel like this is good enough, I can't do better, or this is what I deserve. You don't deserve to be treated this way. The number of sexual partners you have had in the past is not a reflection of your character. If I were trying to get to know you as a person, knowing how many sexual partners you have had in the past tells me nothing about who you are. Plus, in reality, you don't owe him a response to that question. You deserve better than this. Reply number 8. He is insecure and lacks basic trust in you. That does not say anything good about him. He is probably talking smack about your sexual history because it makes him think of you as capable of being with other guys, and he wants you to think less of yourself so you won't leave him. It's manipulative and devalues you. Date those who bring value to you rather than take it away. Reply number 9. My body count is more than twice my husband's. He doesn't care because the past is the past. And he doesn't need to know my location, ever. He only ever turns his own location on when he's on his bike, so I know if he crashes and can't call for help. He has never mistreated me, nor spoken down to me. You need to run. You are way too young to be dealing with this crap when there are many other guys out there who will treat you better. Reply number 10. This is the exact conversation I had with a guy recently. Apparently he didn't want to date a slut, and to him that was a woman with more than 5 previous sexual partners. Your number doesn't define your self-worth, and every person should be treated with respect as a human being. This is an update to my original post. Thank you for all the advice. I ended up bringing it up yesterday and it instantly turned into an argument again. He asked me why I'm defending thoughts so much yet again. Asking me why I cared so much about what he thought about women who sleep around. He then went on to say that I should have known better than to sleep with so many guys, and that I knew what I was doing. He said I was straight up a thought in my past, but that he loves me and is willing to look past it. Yeah, no. I stood my ground and said I can't be with anyone who sees women like that, and that I wasn't going to let him talk to me like that. I broke things off, and he called me stupid for thinking he would let me break up with him. That turned into a whole new argument about how I'm not loyal, and I'm not a ride or die chick. I also blocked him on all my social networks, but he keeps making new accounts to try to contact me on. I definitely made the right decision to end things. Reply number 11. I don't want ride or die. Ride or die is crazy, as well as being an incredibly stupid thing to say. It's a mechanism used to make people feel guilty for standing up for themselves. Even so much as questioning for a moment if a relationship is actually healthy. It is the kind of mentality that cults and gangs employ, and if that is the psychology embedded in your relationship, then you're already screwed. Reply number 12. Oh, but can't you see? He was willing to do her such a favor by overlooking her unsavory past. Why isn't she grateful? He's being such a gentleman to her. No other man would look past it, but he has graciously decided to. Reply number 13. Oh my God, I just had this conversation with my 17-year-old son. He said something asinine like girls with lots of partners or, like, used goods cause a lot of dudes have hit that before. After restraining myself from knocking his teeth down his throat, I said, let me ask you a question. Let's step back and look at this objectively. Say a girl you like has had 20 partners, but they were all one-night stands. He says, damn, that's a hoe, but okay. I raise a brow and he appropriately apologizes, so I continue, so that girl has only had sex 20 times ever. I see the wheels start to turn. Now, consider you decide to date a girl that's only had one partner before you. They dated for a year or so. Do you really think she only had sex with her ex 20 times in total, over a year? Do you think you're only going to have sex with her 20 times over your relationship with her? Of course his response was, hell no. So, how is your girlfriend that you're banging as often as humanly possible somehow better than the chick that's only had sex 20 times? He hadn't thought of it that way. Reply number 14. When he tries to contact you again, consider making it clear to him that you'll report his harassment to the police if he continues. And then follow through if he does. Reply number 15. I would say that thinking that you are her property is a red flashing indicator that he has some kind of narcissist entitlement. You did yourself a massive favor getting out of this. Reply number 16. That's what I was thinking. Narcissist. Sounds like he thinks you should have been born and kept in a box until he came into your life. Gag. Reply number 17. That threat about not letting you break up with him? Psycho material right there. Get yourself some pepper spray and never let it leave your side. Continue to block him and change your accounts if you need to. Change the locks on where you live. All of them, immediately. Set up something with a friend or family member, a security thing where you text them at a specific time, like 8 or 10 o'clock every day, even if it's just a smiley emoji or something. If you don't text on time, they call and ask if you are okay. And sleep with that pepper spray. Seriously.
How would you respond to the original poster of this story? Please leave your response in the comments section below this video. If you have an interesting or funny personal story that you would like to share, then you can also do that below, or you can send it to me at foggywashington@gmail.com. Who knows? You might just see your story in an upcoming video on this channel. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, as this helps the channel to grow, and to bring you new stories on a regular basis.